Today, we're talking about the retirement of a true titan in the real estate world. Her 33-year run isn't just a story about a long career. It's a powerful case study in how one person's leadership can completely reshape an organization and even an entire market. This is the story of Teresa King Kinney.
And wow, what a way to look back on it all. This quote from Kinney herself really says everything, doesn't it? It's not about slowing down or winding down. It's a celebration of a career that was just packed with innovation and excitement. It tells you right away about the kind of passion she brought to the job every single day.
So here's the headline. After more than 3 decades running the show, Teresa King Kinney is retiring. And look, this is more than just a leadership change. It's really the end of an era for the Miami Association of Realtors, and it gives us the perfect moment to step back and see just how massive her impact has been. So let's start by digging into her legacy, beginning with the first major pillar, the incredible, almost unbelievable growth she oversaw. We're talking about taking what was a pretty modest local group and turning it into an absolute powerhouse on the national stage. The sheer scale of the change here is what's so wild. When she started back in 1993, the association had around 5,000 members, a single office. Today, it's got 60,000 members, making it the largest local real estate association in the entire country. I mean, that's not just growth, that is a complete and total transformation. To put that into perspective, going from 5,000 to 60,000 members, that's a 12-fold increase. This wasn't some slow, gradual thing. No, this was an explosion that fundamentally changed the organization's influence, its resources, and what it was capable of doing. So the big question is, how on earth did this happen? Well, it was absolutely not an accident. This brings us to the second piece of her legacy, a relentless, forward-thinking strategy that was all about innovation and always being the first one to make a move. This timeline right here, it pretty much tells the whole story of her leadership style. You can see this clear pattern. Back in '96, they put property listings online, the first major market to do it. A year later, she oversaw what was then the largest realtor merger in history. Now fast forward to 2020, the pandemic hits and they move their entire operation online in one day. And just this year, when that massive NAR settlement news dropped, they had toolkits ready for members that very same day. The pattern is crystal clear. This was leadership that was agile, proactive, and always ahead of the curve, decade after decade. But here's the thing, the growth wasn't just happening at home. And this leads us to the third and maybe the most visionary part of her strategy, looking way beyond the US borders to turn Miami into a premier global real estate hub. So get this, under her watch, the association didn't just network internationally, they built formal partnerships in 77 different countries. Just think about that for a second. The sheer scale of that global reach is astounding. And they're not even done. They're closing in on their 300th international agreement. This just shows you this wasn't some little side project. It was a core, defining part of their strategy for decades. And this is why all of that matters. Those partnerships, those agreements, they had a massive, tangible result. They successfully positioned South Florida as one of the world's go-to destinations for international real estate investment. And in doing that, they helped totally reshape the region's economic identity. So as she gets ready to step down, what's the lasting impact? It's about so much more than just the numbers. It's really about setting a brand new standard for leadership across the entire real estate industry. And hey, you don't have to take my word for it. The industry itself has recognized her influence for years. She's consistently on the prestigious Swanepoel Power 200 list. She's ranked as the 68th most powerful person in U.S. residential real estate and, get this, number 9 among leaders in organized real estate. That's just concrete proof of her national impact. Which leaves us with this one big final thought. A generation of these truly transformative leaders, people like Teresa King Kinney, is now starting to step aside. Her incredible career is a blueprint for what's possible with vision, agility, and a bold global perspective. So the question we're all left with is, who's going to be next? Who will step up and build the next era of this industry?